Welcome into another episode of Bill's Pod Squad. Maddy Glab here with my co-host and friend Bill's owner and president, Kim Pegula, on for another episode as we begin to close out the regular season here, Kim. And as we close out the regular season, I mean, the holidays are right around the corner for us. No stopping here. We go right on through into the new year, which when I first got into the NFL, it was a little bit new because when I was working in college football, we would stop before Christmas and before the holidays. So it was a kind of a nice break. You know, you get Christmas, you're preparing for the bowl game. You might have a bowl game on Christmas or New Year's. But it was kind of a nice gradual end to the season. When you get into the NFL, you just plow right through the holidays into the playoffs. So as an owner of the Buffalo Bills and the Sabres, I mean, you're in the middle of both seasons. So what do the holidays look like in the Pegula household?
Well, this year, the holidays are very, very behind. I am not prepared at all. And the thing is, when Christmas is, it's the same time every year. I don't understand why I'm so far behind. I don't know what it is about this year, but yes, 2 games in January in the regular season, kind of extending the season. That's a little bit different this year. But so I'm just behind in everything, Maddy. I don't know if it's like COVID. I don't know, just a continuation of COVID. I am just so far behind that the season has gone so quickly. I say that every year, but I really mean it. It's gone so quickly. With still 4 games left, but I am not prepared at all. So yes, it's a hustle, bustle. It's a lot of people coming in and out, but we're going to stay here in East Aurora in our home and kind of, hoping for a white Christmas, not too much, but enough to make it feel like Christmas.
Yeah, I was going to ask you also, you are back and forth between Florida and Buffalo and going to games and home for games. So are you usually running all over the place during the holidays or can you guys set up camp here in Buffalo?
Well, I'll be set up camp here. So I was traveling back and forth with our Tampa game and then went to Dallas for owners meetings. And so, but I am here till the end of the year.
Nice. So for everyone who's doing some last minute shopping or trying to get their act together last minute, do you have any good ideas or tips for people since you said you're a little behind this year?
Yeah, I think I am doing a lot of gift certificates this year or IOUs, or, I'm going to be like printing out like I owe you, not only because I'm late and some things aren't going to come till after Christmas. Now I'm looking and I'm like, oh my goodness. I think experiences are always so great because it's about doing something with someone else, versus just material things that you kind of have. And so I'm always a big fan of recommending, anything experience, like, taking a cooking class together. That's always been popular, or gift certificates to movies so you can go to the movies, like gifts that kind of, make you feel like you can go out and experience something with somebody, and not just on Christmas Day, but get that, new gift feeling like anytime during the year.
I love that. I'm always a big experience person too. Anytime I gift give, I try to. It's not easy though. Sometimes it's like you're trying to rack your brain for a good idea and you just can't get one. But if I have one, I love to do an experience gift. So big fan of those. Great idea for other people. So if you guys are thinking of gifts, try and do an experience. But we've got a gift for you on this week's podcast. We're going to talk to Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. Jordan ties for the most interceptions by a safety this season. He has 5. I would expect that number to go up. And these two have just been a lockdown piece of the secondary. I mean, it's their 5th year together on this team. So it's no shock that they've been playing as well as they've been playing. But Kim, I'm sure you look back to like year 1 with Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane, and next to them are Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde.
Yeah, they were key pieces that they brought in, and certainly have been a such a steady force and a foundation for where this team has gone over the years. So happy to get them both on at the same time. So we get kind of double the pleasure.
Yeah. And we're trying to pump their Pro Bowl hype too. They both deserve to be in the Pro Bowl this year. I know voting ends this week. So hopefully this podcast can help with a little bit of pub as well. I know everybody's been retweeting anytime the Bills retweet to give them a Pro Bowl vote. So hopefully we see both of them in the Pro Bowl, but we won't let you guys wait anymore. Here's Micah and Jordan. Micah and Jordan, thank you so much for joining us here on Bill's Pod Squad. We had to get both of you. I feel like you guys are just a package deal. You can't just get one of you when we want to do a podcast here. It's got to be both of you. And I just want to kick it off with the fact that you both need to be in the Pro Bowl this year. I know you both feel that about each other. So Micah, can you make a case for why Jordan should be in the Pro Bowl? And Jordan, can you make a case for why Micah should be in the Pro Bowl?
The film speaks for itself. This man coming in here in 2017 has done it all. He can play in the box. He can cover one-on-one. He can blitz and rush the passer. He can play in the middle of the field. You name it, he can do it. And been overlooked for the past 5 years. So hopefully this year's the year. I mean, we know we got bigger goals, and that's the Super Bowl. But ultimately, this man is one of the best in the league. Can't argue with it.
I think he's blushing.
People. Come on, people.
You make me blush a little bit.
Come on, people.
That's all I know.
Start voting. Get this man in, and he deserves it.
I was going to say the same exact thing, man. Obviously been in the league since 2013. Michael was a guy who I looked at in Green Bay when I was in Cleveland and just really appreciated his game a lot. And to be able to come here in 2017 together and learn so much from Micah. Micah is he does everything. He really does. He blitzes, he covers man-to-man, he covers receivers, he covers slots, he tackles, and he makes plays on the ball. Obviously a guy who I think is one of the best safeties in the league, obviously. He definitely he belongs in the Pro Bowl for sure. Right. All pro too.
I like
Have
it.
either one of you guys been to Vegas before?
I've been to Vegas.
Yeah, I've been to Vegas. Yep.
All right. Okay. Yep. All right. That maybe we've had it in Hawaii. We've had it the Pro Bowl in Orlando.
You mean as far as Pro Bowl? You mean as far as Pro Bowl?
No, I just meant in Vegas.
Just in general.
Pro Bowl's in Vegas. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah.
When I was a little younger, I was in Vegas. Probably not going back anymore.
They're making that trip back to Sin City. Nope.
Well, hopefully you're both in Vegas playing football or enjoying a weekend full of relaxed football, I want to call it. But Kim was like, when was the last time they were in the Pro Bowl? I was like, well, Micah made it in 2017. He had 5 interceptions that season. And I was like, Jordan hasn't made it yet. But I was like, he also had 5 interceptions in 2017. So
it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
There's a lot of we know there's a lot of politics involved, and like I said, you ask around the league, there's a lot of respect. We have a lot of respect for other safeties out there, and a lot of other safeties have respect for us. So it goes both ways.
I just hear a bunch of blah, 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 and that both of you should be in the Pro Bowl. So,
Appreciate it. I appreciate it, Maddy.
Well, you guys walk in 2017 with a new coach and Sean McDermott, and new GM and Brandon Beane, and thoughts of what this could be, what people wanted it to be, what you guys wanted the defense to look like. And here we are in 2021. I mean, how old do you guys feel at this point in your careers? And is it crazy to think how much you've grown in the last 5 seasons together, both like on and off the field?
Yeah. Well, coming here in 2017, I had no kids. Bo just had a daughter. She was even 1 year old yet. And now she's 5. She'll be 5 at December 30th? December 30th. I got 2 kids now. They're both 30. I'm about to be 31 in 2 weeks. That's tough to say. So, just kind of getting here and not really knowing what to expect from the coaching staff and with their teammates, stuff like that. All I can say is, man, it's just been a blessing. It's been an honor. Someone like Sean McDermott really picking us up from the street, really. Just picking us up from the street, giving us another opportunity. So I'll forever be grateful for Sean McDermott, and I'm always going to put my heart out for him just because he reignited my career and gave me another shot to kind of prove what I can do. So, it's just been a blessing the last 5 years, on and off the field. I got a beautiful wife with 2 kids at home. Buffalo's home for us. I got one child here, born here in Buffalo, always going to remember. And it's just been a blessing these last 5 years.
Yeah, I think there really wasn't a whole lot of high expectations on him and I when we came in here. And so I remember one of the first conversations we had was we just wanted to change the culture and we wanted to be the best, and it's crazy because, like I said, I saw Micah in Green Bay, and then to be able to, to be his teammate here, I've learned so much from it. It's really crazy because we really push each other. Like since the day we walked in this building, it's like, I see him doing this, I feel like now I got to do it, and vice versa. It's like I see him coming in here 7 a.m. in the tubs watching film, like, all right, that's me too. And we push each other to a level, and it's all love. It's never like, hey, you're doing this wrong. It's all like it's all love. We really want to be the best. We truly believe that we are the best, and we want to continue to push each other to help our team win football games.
You talked about, how you've grown, with your kids and the time that you spent here in Buffalo, but what's the difference between you guys now at 30 plus and the rookies coming in? Do you see big changes, big differences? You're like, hey man, I used to do that, and boy, I can't do that anymore. Or is it the same? You guys
it's definitely a new generation of kids. It's definitely a new generation of rookies when they come in here. I think obviously, how big social media has became.
TikTok kids.
TikTok, yeah. I didn't even know what TikTok was until OG came here and started talking about TikTok. So all the rookies that we have are great rookies, but you can definitely have a sense of feel. We're out at dinner and OG says some crazy off the wall stuff, and it's just like, yo, like I'm 30, like you 21, like, so it kind of makes sense. But definitely, I want to say I'm feeling old, but we're getting up there. But definitely still feel like we're playing at a high level to continue to keep playing.
All right, so finish the sentence here. You're not a young NFL player anymore when
you hop out of bed and your ankles are clicking.
I think when the first thing you got to do when you come in the building is stretch and warm up and hot tub.
Yep.
I think that is a little bit of a sign because when I was younger, I used to be able to just come in the building. We got meetings at 8 o'clock. I'd come in the building and I'd be loose by 7:30, just waking up, getting out of bed. Now, ankles cracking, like Micah said, really have to move the body up and get ready for the day. Not even just practice. Getting ready for practice is a whole nother thing. I'm talking about just getting ready for the day. Meetings to meetings. Yeah. But no, it's definitely a process that you obviously learn throughout as you continue to get older. And like I said, I think we continue to learn off each other as far as how we taking care of our bodies and whatnot and things to do. So it definitely works.
We have a lot of toys down there for you guys to continue your health and wellness down there.
Red light. I'm a big red light guy.
Red light.
I'm a big red light guy.
Biocharger? Have you tried that?
The water. You sit in the water?
No.
That was dope though.
The biocharger is more about your energy field.
Oh, I did do that. You sit in the room. I did that with Levi. You sit in the room, and my phone was messing up with it. That was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of tools down here, though. Yeah. We love it. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
That sounds like a world of fun down there and a world to get your body right, which
yes,
you guys obviously are, because look at the way that you're playing defense this season. We always talk about, and you guys have talked about so much this year and last year, just being comfortable with each other, being together for 5 years now. But could you give us like an example to prove that you've been teammates for 5 years, whether that's mannerisms, pet peeves, things you dislike, things you like that you just know about each other? That's just further proof that you are truly brothers on and off the field. Maybe something that you haven't said yet to everybody, because I know it's talked about a lot, but
yeah. I think that I don't know. I don't really study Poe as far as I don't know.
I know if I'm in a wrong defense by the way Micah looks at me. If I bro, if I'm going down Rob or Lee and I look at you and you make a certain face, I know I'm wrong, and it's the opposite way. So there's a lot of body language tells. I feel like I've been around Micah long enough to understand. To understand,
I think that
each other.
Yeah, I think that when it comes down to us in meetings, if somebody says like some off the wall stuff or like some wrong stuff, we kind of look at each other like, what is this dude talking about? Like, kind of that. I think when it comes to that, we just, after the meeting, we'll laugh about it, or we know what each other are thinking. But I think that's mostly it.
No tattoos of your names written, tattooed on each other? No?
I don't have no tattoo. Bo might have me on his. I don't know. He got all the tats.
I got a lot of tattoos. None of Micah.
None of the heart that says Micah or Jordan through it.
We win the
I don't know
Super Bowl.
if we could be teammates.
We win the Super Bowl, maybe.
I love that. Speaking of, person that's been a part of your defense for a while too is Leslie Frazier. Just the type of defensive coordinator that you guys have. This staff is full of talent and really great coaches, but Leslie Frazier is just, in my eyes, just a next level guy with the type of career he had in the NFL, the type of teams that he was a part of. What's the best part or the best reason about why Leslie Frazier is defensive coordinator? What's the best part about getting to play for a coach like him?
I would just say, when it comes to Frazier, whether if we win by 100 or lose by 100, he's the same guy coming in Monday, like the same guy. And as a player, he was a player, but as a player, when you come in after a game, like, you need that, because the NFL, as you guys know, Maddy, obviously you're in the media and all that, so you hear about it's literally week to week. Like, if you lose a game, the world's ending. If you win a game, you're supposed to win the Super Bowl. So, and as a player, you can't think like that. You can't ride the roller coaster with the media. You got to stay right in the middle. And Frazier's that type of coach. He's always going to come in. He's going to tell us what we did wrong, what we did right, and how we can improve. And as a player, you always respect that.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely a player's coach, man. Like Micah said, he's played in the game a long time, so he has a lot of feel. He's played in the game and he's coached in the game a long time, so he has a lot of feel. And I was going to say exactly what Micah said. Week in and week out. Win, loss, draw. We're coming in the meetings, and he's always that level head. Never get too high, never get too low. 24-hour rule, and I definitely think that goes a long way. And I, it's something huge that I learned through him throughout my career here in Buffalo. Because before being in Cleveland, it was like you take a loss, and that loss would carry over to the next game. And you never really understood what the NFL was, and it's really, like Micah said, a week to week thing. And Frazier does a great job of letting us understand that and pointing out things that we did wrong, pointing out things we did right, and moving forward from it, and continuing to get better the next week.
Yeah, and Coach also likes his cookies.
Frazier likes his cookies.
Oh yeah. Like he does get excited about cookies, and when I don't bring them,
I'm gonna call up play. I'm gonna start giving him some cookies.
There you go.
Micah, I asked you this question when we wrote a story just about the DB group as a whole, but I'm going to ask you both. What does the Bills secondary, this group, look like 15 years from now? In terms of your relationships with each other?
Oh, we still gonna be talking.
Oh yeah, we're still gonna be having fun. 15 years.
Probably a lot of golf.
The young guys, hopefully, the young guys are. Few of them are. That's 16 years in the league. That's
will be 20 by that time. That's crazy. To even think about. We'll definitely be connected still. Probably different
family vacations in your future.
We'll definitely be taking family vacations.
Po's gonna try to convince us to go down to Miami, and
he'll be down there before you know it.
We're Southern California, so maybe we'll meet in Texas or something. We'll figure it out.
I love it. Last question before we let you guys go. You're both dads. You both have kids running around the house now. What are the holidays like with young kids around?
Man, my wife is doing.
Do you have any advice too for new parents?
My wife is doing Elf. I almost ruined it the other day, and it almost ruined my whole relationship. So don't ruin Elf. Whatever you do, don't ruin Elf. Don't ruin any of the stuff on Christmas. So, that's my advice.
I guess that the Christmas spirit has came back. Last year MJ was too young to really understand Christmas. This year he knows what presents are. He can't wait to tear them open, and and get some new toys. So the Christmas spirit is coming back, for us being older. It's just a blessing still be playing football. And advice, I would say, my wife's not going to ever listen to me, but it's just, you don't have to go overboard on gifts. Like, you don't have to, he's so young that he already has all the toys. Just get like one or two, and then that's it.
I don't even play with him.
He plays with Tupperware. He doesn't need new toys. So that's my advice.
That is so true. And then we have to leave on Christmas Day. So you guys are going to be doing all the Christmas Day things, festivities early, but the kids get up early anyway. So yeah,
exactly.
They'll be doing it early.
Yep.
All right, Micah Jordan, thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out with us for a little bit, answering some fun questions. We appreciate you guys, and better be in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Go vote, everyone.
Right.
Please.
See you guys.
Bye,
guys.
Okay, Kim, next up on the schedule, a game against the Carolina Panthers right here in Buffalo. Hopefully the weather is not a factor in this one. So far, so good. Maybe a little bit of snow, but, anything is better than the windstorm that we had against the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't know how it could get much windier than that game, but Carolina is also another big game for some of the folks in our building. Always playing a team that you previously worked for, no matter how long ago that was, is always kind of a fun competitive challenge, and I'm sure that many in our building are up for the challenge this week.
Yeah, Brandon, Sean. Players wise, you got Mario, you have AJ Klein, you have Star. There's so many guys, Andre Smith, and then we traded Daryl Johnson to the Carolina Panthers right before the season began. So I was writing up one of our columns, and I had to look up because off the top of my head, I was like, okay, I know there's got to be at least 5 players. And I looked up the roster. I was like, there are so many more people that have ties to this team than I even thought did.
Well, don't forget, we've got Dan Morgan, who's an assistant GM, who used to be our director of player personnel. So I know he and his family are coming back into town. So a guy, we truly missed. I enjoyed going out with him before the games when we're out on the road. And so we miss him a lot. Always a great guy. Happy that he got that promotion. But you know what? It's like I said, guys are competitive. And so, having him back, there's going to be, no holding back.
I know. Dan's a great person. He was a great part of the staff, but I know we're all happy to see him move on and upwards. Of course, we want everybody to stay with the Bills for forever, but people have got to grow too, unfortunately, if that means leaving the team. But awesome that he's going to be back. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of handshakes, a lot of catching up on the sidelines during warmups before this game. So that'll be fun to watch. Kim, I know you'll be catching up with a lot of people too, per normal, as you're hosting here at home.
And it's like, not many more games left. It's, it's, the anxiety is, really kicking in these days.
Well, hopefully this game is not that anxiety inducing. Hopefully it's nice and easy. Put some points on the scoreboard right away, because usually when we score on our first drive or in the first quarter, that means good things about the rest of the game. So fingers crossed that can happen and our guys can stay healthy through this one. So.
All right. Great. Looking forward to it.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in to another week, another podcast of Bills Pod Squad. Make sure you guys stay tuned. A lot more episodes coming ahead as we close out the regular season. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next week.